Test, test. Uh, it's been so long. Uh, I think liver snapshots. A snapshot of VM array if requested of live shot. The VM runs until the memory snapshot. Let's. Ooh, how they stored. First, how to do it, and then how to start. Before upgrading my virtual machine, I would like to take a snapshot. I want to revert a domain to a snapshot if something goes wrong with the upgrade. Is there a command to create a snapshot of the virtual wallet? QEMU KVM support live shots? Yes, kernel virtual machine does support both live and normal snapshots. The snapshot must be based on the Cow2 type disk. You can, so the idea here before I continue is that I just want to see what, how far I could push this stuff, because I'm in a virtual machine right now. Blah blah blah. This is a virtual machine. It's how I could use Linux, Windows stuff, play video games, but keep everything organized, separated. I don't know, a bunch of other uses. Things virtualized, etc., etc. So, I just had this idea. I used Virtual Manager. The main thing that kind of sucks, but it doesn't suck too much, it's just a small thing, is swapping virtual machines. I'd have to shut it down, go to a different virtual machine, start it up, which isn't too bad, and that could be automated. And I plan to do that, whether this thing I'm researching works or not. One of the ways I can actually integrate it is this thing. So I think I showed before. I'm not sure. What? Sorry, I have. Give me a second. I'm gonna be reading. Hold on. Important verse. Okay, so I'm gonna figure out the extent, how crazy this is. But first, uh, anyway, so either way, whatever. If I can't even create a snapshot, then that's fine. Uh, but what would make virtual machines too powerful? Uh, is being able to like, do what I was gonna do, run a command within the virtual machine. There's a socket connection, etc., to wherever. Uh, it knows to. We're gonna be running a swap. So we're gonna swap virtual machines. Let's say I'm on Linux and swap to a Windows virtual machine. You know, take a break, play a video game, but it's only on Windows. Uh, uh, what would be crazy? This is like full extent, right? Okay, so I'll just go one by one. You snapshot it. You can force off, shut down, doesn't matter. Um, and then load the other virtual machine from a snapshot, which I'm guessing would be quicker than starting it. Or maybe even if it's not, depending on how it works. The craziest thing is like, in a perfect world, there'd be like instant transfers between uh, running virtual machines. And one way you can do that is actually like basically shutting them down and loading them up as quick as possible. And what quicker way to do it than like if it's in memory, because when I went to go save in Virt Manager, just to test it out, it said the virtual machine had to be running. And if it's running, that means it wants to save its current state. If you could save the current state of the virtual machine, then bring back up the current state of the virtual machine, how far does that extent go? Like, could it potentially run a game instantly? if I have it's the memory saved. For example, like the end game most complex task I could think of. There's two tasks. Same playing a pretty big game like GTA 5, and then save state, swap to Linux, do some stuff, swap, and then load back. And I think I read somewhere that the GPU memory might be a bit weird. But imagine you're just there. But if I try to do it like right now, I'm uploading a few bits here and here, running there. There's certain things that probably that wouldn't work. I think actually it kind of would, except the what's it called? This this thing would end. So if it receives no data, which it wouldn't, because the virtual machine would be off, uh, even though it could technically start again and be like super quick at getting to this state. Oh, that's a little bit peaky. Um, Maybe I forgot to turn on again. Um, Technically, maybe. Uh, I'm sorry. So you couldn't like bring back up and instantly start uh uploading video. But if a game is like all local, which probably a lot of games are, uh, I wonder if you could just bring that back up. Like, the GPU just, hey GPU, you're doing this now, and this is what you have, and we have this memory, we're going to be feeding it to you again. That would be an extreme. That would be kind of useful. When I'm speaking this aloud, I'm thinking the process of saving the snapshot, loading the snapshot might be a little bit slower than I expect. I'd have to do some testing to see if it's faster or slower than startup, like complete shutdown and complete startup. On Linux, shutdown and startup is not that crazy, but on Windows, it's pretty crazy. If I could even if I could just save a snapshot of just being on the desktop on Windows and be able to load that up as quick as possible, that would be a dream. Okay, virtualist. Hmm. So this is the shut off state. That means it was off when it was saved. Wouldn't this be taken care of by this? But I think this is gonna be saved when running. That's what I'm guessing what this argument is for. Hmm. From a running guest. This only captures the state of the disk and not the memory. To take a new snapshot, which snapshot finger. Hopefully this goes into the disk and the memory. Might get a little bit complex having like the GPU stuff for GPU pass through. Okay, makes sense. I think I was correct on the live. Hmm. Oh, maybe shutdown makes sense. Maybe you could force off shutdown, just make sure it's not running. And does this uh does ver hold on. Uh does first snapshot revert start the VM? Hmm. This isn't as detailed as I'd like it to be, but in a bit I'd also want to see some visual examples, but not right now. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to. Oh no. Get started. I need visuals here. Uh, hmm. I think this throws a wrench in my brain. Well, this is 7 years ago. I'm not sure if anything changed. Uh, but you could try soft removing the PCI adhesive before and then reattach and resume. Soft removing, that might be a little bit of a problem. I always use the GPU on those when I boot everything works again. I can even put the edit. You need to enable PM suspend on the XML and PM suspend. Make the guest do the suspend so it knows about the contents of the video RAM. I don't know what this means. If I recall correctly. I'm pretty sure. Synergy. And consume to wake the VM back up to be powered off. I can't use save virtual. Domain hat has assigned non-USB host devices. The command I use for virt is disk win10 is my domain and just virt start. This is my PM on the block. PM suspend to man. Suspend to disk. I don't believe I changed anything in the Windows side. Okay, that's been guessed, but still keeping it powered on and using the host RAM. It's partially set. Is it possible to start up / resume another VM with the GPU being reassigned? The virt suspend is different from saving the VM, which releases the resources back to the system. Oh, suspend would keep the GPU probably locked, is what he's trying to say, right? Whereas he's trying to make it so that way. It will turn the. Oh, if you do this, it will turn the VM and release the GPU, just like if you suspend the system to disk, it'll turn it off. It's just like virt will put the VM and shut down if you use it. Mem, it will still be powered on with it the same way. I was wanting to use. Just gotta. Okay. No virt. The VFIO serial drive and verify the installation. I don't need to look at that. This is unnecessary. Enhancing virtualization with the key. Ooh, interesting. This is very interesting. Wait, is this like hot plugging CPU? The hot plugging CPU cores? That's. Is that interesting? That is interesting. It's a little crazy. It's like, I want to bump up the core count here. Let me add a few cores, but you don't even. You're just like, boop boop boop, and then you get more cores. That is interesting. Setting up communication between the queue. On a Linux guest, and then I'll probably show you how to do it on a Windows guest or something. Or maybe you can't. Okay. Uh, I think I'll just watch a video. Uh, this one's only 3 minutes. I'm not sure how audio is gonna be. We'll just speed this up. Oh, the virtual machine gets shut off. Uh, okay, so I think maybe this one, but it's running. It's paused. Install. Maybe something breaks. Wait, was the previous state still running? That's, and they're blowing up your Q2 valve, so this can lead to crash to pause state because it'll use your house. Can I pause? And you need to use this. Okay. Just a warning for space. I think there's no examples of um, what's it called? GPU pass through. I'll just click around this one. Create a new snapshot. It's kind of the same gist as the other ones. Actually, I might have done it with Windows, but Okay, that's. I got. I gotta go.